On the playlist tonight, The Artists of Laude, filmmaker Carrie Boberg, and finger-pickin' acoustic blues.
Funding for the playlist is provided by the citizens of Minnesota through the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund.
Fresh off Highway 61 from Isabella and Finland, respectively, Bob Bingham and Gordon Thorne bring their guitars to the playlist. Please welcome Bingham and Thorne. That's beautiful. Well, there's more music still ahead and an interview with filmmaker Carrie Boberg and more. But now let's visit the unofficial summer home of original music on the Iron Range. We're here at the Minnesota Discovery Center with Tammy Jensen to learn more about the Art in the Park series that's going on here. Tammy, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you for coming.
So tell me what's on tap for Art in the Park and what are you hoping to accomplish?
Well, Art in the Park will be primarily regional musicians, and actually all regional musicians. Most of them will be playing their own original music that they've written and played right here on the Iron Range. And we also have a few little surprises this summer. We have North Shore Philharmonic Orchestra coming in, and we have Crescendo Youth Orchestra here this Thursday, along with Pinewood Landing. We have blues, Mark Henderson and the Mojosaurus for blues. We have Roxy Magistrate with some gypsy folk. We have quite a variety, Fifth Floor with some rock, so a lot of different stuff.
And so is it every Thursday music, or tell me what the pattern is?
Absolutely. Every single Thursday, 7 to 9. We try to have primarily like an acoustic or duo from 7 to 8, just to give that flavor. It's very unique, all its own. And then 8 to 9, we try to have a band.
And what kind of response have you had from the community so far?
So far, so good. Last year we had about 2,500 people out here.
Why is this important for the Discovery Center to provide kind of an access to this space?
I've had a lot of community members say, I would have never guessed we had people that talented right here, and there's just a ton of them. We have so many. So it's nice for the community to be able to share their art and them to be able to share that with the community too.
So where do I find out more information?
That would be on our website, Minnesota Discovery Center. I think it's mndiscoverycenter.com. And you can click on the Art in the Park link, and it'll show you who's coming up and who's going to be playing and what times and days they'll be playing.
Fantastic. Well, congratulations on a great series, and have a wonderful summer.
Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Look for that more information on their website, and it's rain or shine, so check it out. Well, from stage to screen, now filmmaker Carrie Boberg is here to share a sneak peek of her latest project. Well, Carrie, welcome to the playlist.
Thanks.
And congratulations on The Life of Riley. Very cool.
Yes, we're excited to get it out the door.
Yeah. So tell me, as the director, what does that mean? You call the shots, right?
Yeah, so to speak. Film is a very collaborative process, and being the director is kind of you're manning the ship, so to speak. But I really relied heavily on my director of photography, Jason Page, who wrote the script and also stars in the film, and then lots of crew and fabulous cast, and we all came together. But at the end of the day, usually Mike and I were kind of talking about what we wanted to do, if there was something we wanted to change. So worked it out.
Is there a feel or a look or something you wanted to, going in that you wanted to capture?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of wide locked off shots from like The Graduate and films of the late 60s and 70s, and I wanted to capture a bit of that. I'm not so sure that we did, but that was our vision going in. Of course, throughout the process, things change and shift, and you kind of find your groove, and you work with your cast and crew, and I'm very happy with how it came out.
I think it's fantastic, and we have the trailer, and it's queued up, and we're going to take a look at that and then talk a little bit more.
Okay.
Ready? Okay.
For Riley, life as he knew it happened all around him, to other people.
Little people, I will remember you.
Okay, I can't wait any longer.
Life just never happened to him.
And then when she spoke to me,
So, you're just gonna write her off then?
all I could do was repeat whatever she said.
Write her off. No.
No, I don't think she thought it was cute.
I'm here for moral support.
Moral support?
I see we're dealing with the elusive bank parrot.
I hate my job. Riley, don't call yourself a nobody. Did you finish your book yet?
Until he met Maggie.
Hi.
That's me.
You love her?
Yeah.
Yeah, I pretty much rocked his world.
That would be going all Lewis Carroll in your ass.
We just made sense, you know?
He doesn't look very scary, but he is.
He is.
Once two compatible people find each other in all of that, they can't let go because they might never find another one. So, what I'm trying to say is...
Will you marry me?
What? It's the wig, isn't it?
Only thing is, I have a secret that will change Riley's life forever.
Nobody knows, no one can see tomorrow, no matter what.
Would you please stop hitting me with your pancake?
You can't be holding up.
It's okay. I'm with this clown.
Under the weight of dreams,
We're like snowflakes.
left behind you like a home that you destroy in no
So for those of us who haven't seen it more than once, it's really fun to see local scenery and kind of see, okay, where are they?
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of that in the film. So it was shot entirely here in Duluth and up the North Shore. And so it's, it's kind of fun to pick out what bar are they at, what park are they at,
Yeah. And actors, how did you go about casting?
We cast a lot of people that we knew and that we've worked with in the past, gone to school with, have a good working relationship with. Some of the roles had been kind of manicured towards certain actors that we knew we wanted. And then there were some roles that we didn't know who they were going to be. And we held many, many auditions in the Twin Cities for our lead female for years. And we finally ended up going to Los Angeles and casting an actress out of LA that our producer knew. And turns out she's actually from Minneapolis. So it kept with our whole, like, we want everything kind of local. So, and she was great. Jason and I saw her read and we're like, yep, done. That's
Excellent.
it. That's it. So.
Isn't that fun when you know it and when you see it and you know it?
Yeah.
Tell me about the soundtrack.
The soundtrack is one of my very favorite parts. We really tried to just dig deep in the awesome well of Duluth music because it's fantastic. And so we went to people we knew, we went to people we didn't know. We had some people write some stuff for us, and I think all the music is either Duluth or expat Duluth, or Martin Zeller's the exception. He's from Austin, where I'm from, so that was kind of the connection there. And he's been on board with this project for a long time, so we got to use Lowe and Haley Bonner and Mary Bew and Cars and Trucks, and just the soundtrack's fantastic.
Okay, so I don't have much time left, but tell me, in a dream scenario, what happens next for Life of Riley?
What happens next is we push it out the door, we get into some big festivals, I don't know, Sundance, South by Southwest, see what happens, and then get it to the world.
That's so exciting. It's really cool. And we have a chance to do a sneak peek, right?
Yes, sneak peek on Monday night at the Cinema. We have spots left at the 9:15 show, but RSVP soon because we're filling up.
Okay, that's cool. Congratulations,
Thank you.
Carrie.
Thanks.
And good luck on this whole journey.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Now remember that screening is on tap Monday night at the Cinema here in Duluth, and there's information on the 4-Track Films website. Now, visual artists in Duluth are beginning work on a mural project that tells the stories of people affected by disability. It's sponsored by a group that goes by the acronym AUDE. The mural is designed to engage the community in the conversation.
It looks like water, like a lake.
Our organization, the Arrowhead Alliance of Artists with Disabilities, this is our third mural tile workshop for the Disability Mural Project Duluth. It's basically designed for people with disabilities or people whose lives have intersected with disability, the disability experience, to share their stories, share their feelings. Our mission is to really create opportunities for artists with disabilities in the Arrowhead region of Minnesota. And we do that by meeting monthly, and we've put together group exhibits.
The majority of my contribution to this show was getting the show up. And as this group has begun to grow, the show did the same thing.
This show is called Odd Our Everyday People. It's inspired by the Sly and the Family Stone song.
There are some very talented artists in this group, and they need to be looked at more seriously and more often.
Part of it is about feeling pushed sometimes. Part of it is about wanting to push barriers or doors open. My name is Julie Chetron, and I wanted to do a series called Push to Open.
My name is Bill Light. I do artistic pottery. That's like the cochlea of the ear, and that is where the wires of my processor go.
This is the tile that I made for the disability mural out in Berkeley, California. It's called Up, Up and Away. Tongue-in-cheek, I've used some cliches like basket, and all the ballast is kind of people talk about their baggage. When we talk about the mural tiles, we're talking about masonite. We've had a lot of people just say, you know, I haven't painted in such a long time. It's just really felt good, you know? And that's worth taking the time to do this project right there. I think it's also important for us to share our stories now more than ever. And to feel like that we have a voice and that there is something we can do, you know. The distance between us is the length of a story, and we can change hearts and minds by telling our story.
There are tile workshops scheduled for the Disability Project all summer long, including one next Tuesday afternoon back at the Duluth Art Institute's Lincoln Building. Now, the tiles will be on display at the deck in October in recognition of the Disability Awareness Month. Now, there's more information and links on our website, theplaylistonline.org. You can see what's coming up and, with a phone call, join our studio audience. And you can always make suggestions for future stories. Now, tonight's gallery features the work of Liz Sievertson. Liz is a Grand Marais native with a wonderful sense of whimsy. More of her work is on display at Sievertson's Gallery here in Duluth. Now, please welcome back Bob Bingham and Gordon Thorne.
Well, she left one Sunday morning, went out for cigarettes. Well, that's one Sunday morning I won't soon forget. And I'm wondering, oh, do I ever cross your mind? Come up and see me, baby. You know I really ain't so hard to find. She warned me all about it. Said it was more than she could take. Now I walk the floor and wring my hands. I made a big mistake. And I'm wondering, oh, do I ever cross your mind? Come up and see me, baby. You know I really ain't that hard to find. Ah, she never sent no letters. No Western Union telegram. I said, now call me up, sweet baby, 'cause you know right where I am. And I wonder, oh, do I ever cross your mind? Come up and see me, baby. You know I really ain't that hard to find. I can't afford no airplane ticket. My truck's been broken down. All my life's a three-ring circus, and oh, baby, I'm the clown. And I wonder, oh, do I ever cross your mind? Come up and see me, baby. You know I really ain't that hard to find. Oh, she never told me where she's going. Never told me where she went. But now my heart is broken and you know my mind is bent. And I'm wondering, oh, do I ever cross your mind? Come up and see me, baby, 'cause you know I really ain't that hard to find. Here she's out there clowning. Got a tiger by the tail. I'm gonna buy myself a bloodhound, set out on the trail. And I'm wondering, oh, do I ever cross your mind? Come up and see me, baby, 'cause you know I really ain't that hard to find. Now come up and see me, baby, 'cause you know I really ain't that hard to find.
That's really fun. Thank you. So, Gordon Thorne, Bob Bingham, welcome to the playlist.
Thanks for having us.
Gordon, you wrote that song.
I made that one up. I don't know if I wrote it. I made it up.
Tell me about this finger picking style, or this style of guitar playing.
Well, it kind of comes from really some early American guitarists from the South, basically, that played this style. It kind of generated itself from the 20s to the 30s. It was really kind of the popular way to play the guitar. It generated, kind of came out of that parlor guitar, the 19th century, and then became a pop music form, really. You know, guys would take pop tunes that were being played by big bands or stride piano players and try to emulate that on the guitar. And the good ones, anyway. And then there were the mediocre players that would have maybe one or two tricks, and their tricks have kind of entered their way into the pantheon of all these styles. And you just try to you pick off all these little licks and throw them together, and all that. So all that style really kind of generates itself out of that mid-20s time era.
Well,
yeah.
It looks a little complicated from a beginner, and you guys are no beginners. Tell me a little bit about your musical journey.
Well, I'm really, I started out as an electric guitar player. I started playing when I was 15, but I was living in Detroit, and I started out playing surf music. I was in a surf band. And from then, I played in a lot of rock and roll bands. And it wasn't until I moved out here when I was 21 when I started playing blues. And I teamed up with Pat Hayes and that bunch. And I played electric blues for over 20 years. And then I'd had enough. And I figured the next step is to figure out how to do this stuff so I didn't have to play in the band anymore. And then I ran into Gordy, and he ruined that because he and I ended up palling around together and playing together. And, you know, we've been playing on and off together for about 15 years.
So how hard is it, particularly in this style of music, to have two of you? I mean, wouldn't it be easier, to be a solo person almost?
Kind of, but, the night gets long. And it's a lot of driving alone, too, And it's really kind of fun to do both, but playing as a duo, you get to kind of mastermind how the two guitars can weave together, without tromping on each other, and that's really kind of an interesting way to visualize and the music,
It's a little bit of a dance.
Yeah.
Almost.
Oh, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. You got to stay out of each other's way.
Yeah.
You don't want to be playing in the same, right in the same zone.
We spend a lot of time on arrangements and stuff. I mean, it's not just, we're not just picking our guitars up and playing together. We spend a lot of time. Sometimes we do that.
Practice, practice, practice.
Yeah.
Now, I can see you at Bluefin regularly, right?
Yeah, that's kind of our house gig over the summer. We'll be at Bluefin Bay most Wednesday, or every Wednesday basically, except for one, I believe, in July and August. But we'll be there once a week through July and August. And that's kind of a regular spot for me. I live up near there, and so over the years I've done a lot of playing there, and they've been very good to me and good to us.
Well, it's sure fun to have you here down in Duluth. You had to do the long drive.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for making the drive.
Our pleasure.
All right, and thank you for watching and tuning into the playlist tonight. Enjoy your weekend and see if you can take in some art, some film, some theater, or some live music while you're out and about. Gentlemen, the last word is yours.
All right.
Slow and steady winds are raised,
wins the race. Well, you heard the story about the tortoise and the hare. Poor little turtle couldn't get nowhere. Rabbit thought he had so much time, he was sleeping when the turtle hit the finish line. Slow and steady wins the race. 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 Well, look at all the people that are moving so fast, wind up getting the blues. Everybody learning how to run before they know how to tie their shoes. Slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady wins the race.
Funding for the playlist is provided by the citizens of Minnesota through the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund and by viewers like you.